Hey everyone, and welcome back to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Yoseline, and we're happy to be here once again. I'm so excited for the Olympics. We're just a couple weekends, a week away, or what is it?
The opening ceremonies are today.
Yeah,
today. They happen earlier today. Yoseline.
I'm just not in it. I'm sorry. I'm excited
if
for
only we were there, right?
Gymnastics, yes. Gymnastics, swimming. Maybe I'm just looking forward to the weekend because that is what the Olympics represents.
No, yeah, and there's a bunch of celebrities right now in Paris there to celebrate the start of the Olympics. So we're going to kind of get into like what has been going on so far and what is planned, because remember, this is Thursday, us recording, so we don't really know what's going to happen at the opening ceremonies, but there's rumors about who's going to be
some big
performing. Aside from that, 20 years since this album made its debut. I feel like it was, I don't know, was it the first pop punk rock album time?
It's the album that changed Brenda's life.
Yeah.
10-year-old Brenda.
That's true. That's true. We're talking about Ashlee Simpson. We're going to be getting into everything that she's been doing to celebrate that anniversary.
And Hailey Bieber is talking about her pregnancy. She is on the cover of W Magazine talking about why she kept her pregnancy hidden for 6 months and kind of a little bit of why she keeps, well, we all know why she keeps away from the internet.
There was some like crazy like things that she dropped in that interview, like things that I didn't know was going on in her life.
Maybe I just
we'll get into that when we go to our topics. But really quickly, let's kind of check in on each other.
Yes, on each other. What did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Oh yeah, we celebrated our friend Chloe's birthday, right? That was this weekend?
Yeah, it was.
It feels like an eternity ago. Yeah, we celebrated that. It was really fun. It was nice to get together with everybody. And then my world came to an end on Sunday when Love Island
I'm like, what happened?
Concluded, because that was literally 6 weeks of my life watching.
You were pretty committed. You were pretty committed.
Now I don't know what to watch. Honestly, I struggle to find something. But what about you?
Are you looking for reality, to dive back into reality?
So
or
I've been kind of like watching a little bit of the Love Island UK season 5 because I've heard good things about that one. But the thing with Love Island, it takes me a little while to get into it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of watching also Smash.
Oh yeah, you said that.
But I've realized how much I can't stand the characters.
Oh.
I literally, like, they are so annoying. Deborah Messing's character annoys the heck out of me, but I don't know, I just felt like watching it, so that's my life.
Well, yeah, for this weekend, as you mentioned, we celebrated our friend Chloe. That basically took up most of my weekend, like Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday was just
decompressing after
from the party. And as you mentioned, it was great to get together with so many people that we haven't seen. I felt like we haven't had a good
it's been a while since
gathering
we've been with them. Yeah, I agree. It was a lovely theme.
Yeah,
it was fun. The decorations were incredible.
Yes,
you all did a great job.
Thank you. Let me just
hire Yoseline for your parties.
I should really do a side business on that. But aside from that, on Sunday it was all about House of Dragon for me.
Yes,
a lot of things were happening in that. Well, I would hope.
I have opinions.
You have opinions, and you probably have opinions. I have opinions, and we're going to talk about that toward the end of our show with our recaps. But aside from that, let's get started. A decent week for celebrity headlines. Not too many, but I feel like they were like good, chunky content ones. Like something we could definitely dive into.
There's some moments there, but not big moments. But there's also follow-ups to some stuff that we have mentioned in our previous
and speaking of the stuff we've mentioned, Freaky Friday, we knew that Freaky Friday 2 is coming pretty soon, and people are already on set. We had already seen pictures of Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis on set, kind of like
promoting,
launching this big comeback. Well, now we get our first glimpse of Chad Michael Murray with his long hair and his motorcycle, with in a shot with also Lindsay Lohan in a really weird dress, which makes me question.
They are going to swap again. I feel like that shows me that Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay are going to swap again because their outfits are crazy.
I think it's going to be Jamie Lee, and which we see her with like long gray hair in the movie. I think it's going to be Jamie Lee, Lindsay's character, her daughter, and it's like they just keep like
Today I saw more set photos, and there was a girl in the car, and I didn't know who she was, so I'm like, that must be the daughter, I think, or somebody. But It looks fun.
How did you feel about seeing Chad Michael Murray?
Oh, I love it. I'm happy, but I really want to know what his storyline is going to be.
Is like he with
is
her?
He? Yeah,
I don't think he's with
like
her, to be honest with you.
Has he been working at the store for so long? He was like, "Oh my God, I saw you like y'all in your crazy outfits again. Did you swap?" Like maybe he's going to be the helpful person to help them get through the whole experience. I don't know.
I could see happening where she like, you know, move forward with her life, got a divorce, and then she like rekindles things with her high school crush.
That'd be interesting.
Is that too much to ask?
But there's so many set photos. I'm sure we'll see how this story may be playing out through the set photos. They're going to give us a glimpse at things, I feel.
They will be giving us a glimpse. But another update that we're getting on a topic that we talked about a couple weeks ago is that Kim will be starring in Ryan Murphy's new Hulu project, All's Fair. Kim is playing a divorce lawyer at an all-female law firm, LA law firm to be more specific. We knew her character was inspired by famed disco queen Laura Wazzer, but now we know officially that her character will actually be this divorce attorney who has handled Kimberly's divorces.
When I was kind of briefly reading some things, they said that the story is going to go over 2 major cases that she did. So I'm really curious as to what, like, would Kim do a case on herself?
I'm trying to think if she would be, like, if her divorce is, maybe the Chris Humphrey one? That one's kind of scandalous. But I will say that this makes me believe that the show is going to be, what's a Hulu show, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then never mind. I was going to say it's that FX show that he does of, like, actual people.
Oh, okay.
But it wouldn't.
Okay.
No, I think
that's true. Since it's going to be Hulu, maybe it's just like a standalone thing, not a part of his whole series of stuff. But good for her. I mean, we've already been hearing about the start of this process through the Keeping Up, or I always call it Keeping Up Kardashians.
They did mention that pitch about it being a law firm.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it to be based off a real person, though.
I love it. I feel like Ryan Murphy always just kind of goes based off of people's stories.
Someone celebrating this week, we have Selena Gomez. She celebrated her 32nd birthday, and new photos have emerged from her beach party with friends. The Emmy-nominated actress was joined by boyfriend Benny Blanco and his friend Little Dicky, and more while hanging out at a beach house on Monday in Malibu. And he posted about her, she posted about him. It looks like a pretty healthy relationship.
I liked his caption where it was like, "I was your teddy bear in a music video, and now I'm your teddy bear in real life," or something like that.
Real poetic, Benny. Real poetic. However, I do think that he like truly likes her, and like
she's called him the love of her life, which I'm like, those are some bold words,
are big words.
Selena Gomez. We'll see where it goes. I mean, if this is the love of her life.
I could see it getting into marriage. I don't know if it's like end game, but I could see them getting married. She's like in her 30s, and I feel that that's what she thinks the next chapter in her life. Not me like assuming I know her, but
I just definitely... like I don't know. I struggle still with, but it's not my relationship, so who cares what I think? I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm just going to keep it at that.
What I do know is that I really want to watch Deadpool and Wolverine. The premiere for that highly anticipated Marvel superhero movie happened this week. On the red carpet, we, of course, saw Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and we saw Blake Lively along with Gigi Hadid. Blake Lively had an outfit inspired by Deadpool, and Gigi had a dress or a skirt, I don't know what it was.
It was like
by Wolverine.
Skirt.
So it made you think if they're part of the movie or why Gigi was so prominently in the premiere.
Yeah.
Other celebrities on the red carpet included NSYNC because they have a song or a few songs in the movie. But
I don't think that she has a part in the movie. I think that Blake wanted to go with a counterpart because I think that she had planned, I'm going to be like wear a Deadpool outfit and I need somebody to come with me. Who can I call? Any of my hot friends? Gigi, you free? All right, you're going to be
I have spoilers,
Wolverine.
so I'm not going to even say it.
Oh, you have spoilers? Oh, so she's in the movie?
I cannot confirm or deny anything like that.
Oh my God,
I'll tell you after.
I'm actually going to go see it
this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
but yeah,
actually, I always
it's
listen
not
to
that.
spoilers.
I mean, someone on TikTok spoiled it for me, so whatever.
But actually, today, Thursday, Taylor Swift posted about it, promoting it.
That was so funny when she was.
It was like it was kind of like a Blake post where she's like
talking about
who
her.
she's talking about, but she then puts another name.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I'm like, oh,
and then even Blake shared
funny.
it. Blake shared it and was like, "Oh, thanks, friend, for talking about our friends or whatever." But I don't know.
They're so funny. I'm just kidding.
Hilarious.
But speaking of NSYNC, there are rumors that the members are still considering making new music and potential reunion tour. But with that talks comes that Justin Timberlake more than likely will not be joining them.
Oh, y'all don't need him.
Speaking of Deadpool, Ryan posted a thank you to the NSYNC because they were there, saying like thank you so much for being part of it.
And didn't tag Justin Timberlake.
No, but then he commented or he put something like Justin not pictured, but like was very much part of the process, something like that. But
is with us in our hearts
and spirits. But
I mean, NSYNC, I could do without Justin Timberlake. I mean, I'm sure for their image right now, they could do without Justin Timberlake. I mean, he doesn't have any positive around him right now, so.
Like let's just keep his name out of her mouth for a while.
JT.
JT. It's just wow, I just did this beautifully. Justin Timberlake's ex, Britney Spears, is in the headlines. Well, it's a genre-crossing beef we certainly did not have on our 2024 bingo card. Britney Spears has issued a scathing response to the Osbourne family after rocker Ozzy Osbourne criticized her dancing videos on social media. The toxic singer took to Instagram to express her disdain for the famous rock family, calling them the most boring family known to mankind and telling them to kindly F off. Well, this is what they said on their show about Britney. Ozzy said, "I'm fed up of seeing poor old Britney Spears on YouTube." He said, "Every effing day, it's sad, very, very sad."
Let the girl dance. Let her dance.
Who
is she hurting with her dancing? Yeah. Apparently the whole world.
I feel like a lot of people talk about her. It's just so about her dancing specifically.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's a little bizarre. I don't know. They're just like weird videos. But I mean, I love Britney Spears. Do you, girl? Dance your life's content. Keep doing those spins.
It's just so weird that she's responding to them.
I feel like she responds to everybody.
Really? Maybe I'm not on the Britney.
Do you follow her
algorithm.
on Instagram?
I possibly might have unfollowed her.
Okay, she's always posting these random things, and I'm like...
You know what? I think I did unfollow her because when I checked my Instagram on work and then her inappropriate pictures would pop up, I'm like... I can't.
Britney.
I know, Britney, please.
Not suitable for work.
Yeah, not suitable for work. So I might possibly
sometimes like I'll just kind of scroll past it, but sometimes I do take time to read her like
because it's long.
Because it's long and it doesn't make any sense. But I mean, literally, there's always kind of like digs in there. So
I don't know.
Not super.
I mean, I'm still after reading her book. I'm still like go girl, but like go girl somewhere else.
You know? Go girl, be quiet somewhere else.
Somewhere else. But someone that's also in the headlines that we very, very rarely ever hear about is Shiloh Jolie. Well, the daughter of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie has filed for independent and significant decision to legally drop her father, Brad Pitt's name. Earlier this month, insiders alleged that Brad has virtually no contact with his adult children, so she wants to go by Shiloh Jolie.
So I was like reading articles on that. TMZ had released something being like, oh, she's taking out a spread on the LA Times' like newspaper to basically be like, I'm taking Pitt out of my name. But the attorney was like, that's not true. We didn't do it like that. You have to announce these changes.
So you have to publicly publish on anything. When you file to change your name, you have to like publish it in case someone like finds it and is like, wait, that's my name.
Oh,
or
I didn't read into the
So my sister
reasoning.
changed her middle name. It was just like confusion, like last name, like my mom's maiden name was as her middle name, and like things didn't match up. So she had to just shift over her last names, and we had published it in the newspaper because that's just part of the law. So
What?
it's not like
That's
a big
so crazy.
Yeah, like you could do it. That's the thing though. You could do it anywhere. You could do like a little newspaper, or you could do the LA Times. Like I don't think you.
But like, in what way is it done?
You just buy an ad.
Oh, you just buy an ad? Oh, okay. Well, they made it seem like she bought like a whole full page
so
ad
that's
and was
the
like,
thing,
I am no longer
You
a
don't
pit.
have to. It's like the minimum. There's a minimum size
Yeah.
requirement, unless she like did a whole ad.
I don't think she did. I don't think she did. I think that
so you
TMZ.
legally have to do that. However, why the LA Times? You could have gone something a little bit more attention.
Maybe it was. Like, could they pick it up and be like, we want this ad in our paper?
Probably. If they, I mean, LA Times probably owns so many other little newspapers.
Yeah.
However, I will say that Shiloh Jolie and Vivian Jolie do artistically go by just Jolie.
Okay.
So now she's like legally changing it. I know
Which
that
makes sense. I mean, I really don't even. I think Brad even probably isn't offended. He's like, go ahead.
I'm a horrible father.
Wait, who are you again? Super
No,
mean.
for
No,
real.
he knows his kids. At least you hope.
I'd love to. I think that's one of the like issues I would love
That's
to
the
know
red
what
flag
happened.
of Brad Pitt is that
I know.
he doesn't contact his kids.
Tom Cruise doesn't either. Why are we harder on Tom Cruise than Brad Pitt?
I don't like Tom Cruise, so
I love Brad Pitt. I hate Tom Cruise though, but
I've never liked Tom Cruise. I've been indifferent about Brad
I used
Pitt.
to have a Mrs. Pitt shirt when I remember when everyone would wear the Von Dutch cap.
Yes.
Mine said Mrs. Pitt.
Oh, you had one of those. I remember seeing those.
Well, my
those,
sisters had a Mrs. Timberlake, so
like
that didn't
limited
age
to and all that.
No, yeah, that's exactly where it was probably from. But speaking of, I don't know.
Limited to?
No, limited
I'm
to.
just kidding.
Limited to, no, just kidding. Moving along, we have 1 month after season 3 of Netflix hit concluded, Bridgerton already has a new romance for the upcoming 4th season. Well, on Tuesday, Netflix announced that star Luke Thomas's character, Benedict Bridgerton, will be the next Bridgerton family member to journey through love. And we kind of either suspected it was going to be Benedict or Francesca, but I think Benedict just made a little bit more sense.
I think we even called it here. Well, because we were recapping the last season, we were like, 1,000% it's probably going to be
But
him.
that still means they have to write it. Well, they probably started writing it, and they're not probably going to go into like
probably
production
next year late. Maybe 2026, end of 2026, start of 2027. No, what year are we at? Sorry, I thought that we were 2025. I'm thinking 2026-ish time.
Really? I think late 2025.
Late 2025, early 2026.
Possibly, yeah.
The opposite of what I said because I forgot what year we were in.
But yeah, so I'm excited for that one. I haven't read too much into it, but there is a possibility that the love interest will be cast as a Latina. That's what TikTok has been pushing for.
Didn't you like spoil it kind of like what was in like Twitter in a couple episodes of like what the story may be? Was that you or was that me?
Sounds like you. But
it's like very, yeah, you didn't want to know that. You know more about the Game of Thrones. I was like, it's going to be very Cinderella.
Well, we knew that.
Okay,
that she's like not.
She's not rich.
Yeah, we knew that.
I wasn't sure if we had mentioned that before.
We knew
so
that.
That's a little bit of a spoiler.
Yeah, people are pushing for a Latina to be cast.
I hope so. I mean, they haven't had a Latina be a lead.
Or I don't think anyone. Well, I don't know everyone's like background, but yeah. So I'm excited for that. You know, we're big Bridgerton people. You know who's a big Bridgerton person? J-Lo.
I had no idea.
She celebrated her 55th birthday with a party themed to Bridgerton. I'm just gonna say I did it first, J-Lo.
Yeah, I was gonna say she sold your party theme.
I did it first last year. But yeah, the actress posted pictures of her in a dress, which by the way, historically it's inaccurate if you're trying to do Bridgerton. I'm just saying.
It was a gorgeous dress.
It was a gorgeous dress, but she's wearing more of a queen's dress, which is more like when Queen Charlotte the series is. Bridgerton is more Regency, which is those like high halters with like the straight thing. I threw a party. I did my research.
Educating
I know.
us.
But the article does say that her husband Ben Affleck was there, present.
I really do think it is what you said, where she was trying to deflect from like negative headlines in regards to her career and tour, and was like, yeah, I get it all the time about my relationship, so let's just keep that going.
I would rather have people say that I'm getting a divorce than say that I didn't sell at a tour.
Yeah.
100%.
And I feel like they're silently they're just
by
fine.
not addressing it.
Yeah.
You're like, just like, let that be the headline.
I just want to see Ben in like what do you call it? The ruffled shirts?
Little pirate puffy sleeves.
Yeah, it would be. I would love to see those photos.
Something else coming out of Netflix, we have Miss Emily in Paris, season 4 trailer has been dropped, which I have not seen. However, it picks up right after the ending of season 3. Lily Collins, of course, returns as the complicated Emily Cooper. The series' 4th season will be split into 2 parts, of course, each consisting of 5 episodes, of course. Part 1 arrives August 15th.
Of course.
Followed by the conclusion of September 12th. Actually, it's not that far away, but they're trying to do the Bridgerton thing.
Why do they keep splitting things? It's driving me nuts.
They want to do the Bridgerton effect where people like binge it and it's like number 1 and then they're once again in the headlines in 2 months because if you don't split it, then everyone just binge watches to the smart, but ugh.
It's annoying, but I'm excited. It's picking up on the whole Gabrielle. Did you watch this season?
Oh yeah.
Who was her love interest that she
ended up with?
The guy, he broke up with her because then he realized that she loved Gabrielle.
What his name is?
I forgot his name.
No, what's his name?
It's not Lucy. I think that's his
Andrea,
real name.
do you know?
Our intern Andrea, she's been helping us getting some headlines where
Lucas?
Lucas.
Is it? No.
I think that's his real name. That's his real name.
I
forgot his character's name, but I really do like him. I really did like him for Emily, but who doesn't love Gabrielle? I
prefer the other guy.
The other guy?
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's
because
just so
the friend, you know how Gabriel ends up with the girl, Camille, and she gets pregnant, but apparently she's still in a love interest with the girl. That was her friend. So it's going to get really interesting. And of course, they have to split that one up. It makes sense.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I love the progression of Emily in Paris. It was the cringiest show on earth, but people just loved it.
Yeah. Emily in Paris. Speaking of cringe, Tom Brady has been casually dating Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Brooks Nader. She's 27. That's an exclusive source telling Page 6. Tom Brady is 46 and she is 27.
Ain't that how it
is? It is a romantic relationship. It is, but it's very casual.
Okay.
He's just in his like post-divorce.
Gonna date models. He already dated Arena Shayk. That didn't work out. I feel for my girl Arena. She's really trying to find someone. It didn't work with Bradley. It didn't work with Tom Brady. Just get out of this celebrity universe.
You'll get there. Well, let's talk about this couple that I had no idea even existed, and it kind of broke my heart when Brenda brought it up. Back in March, it was revealed that British actor Andrew Garfield had a new girlfriend after he and professional witch Kate Thomas were spotted on a double date with Phoebe Bridgers and Selma. Yes, dude. I went into a deep dive. So the actual story is that she talked about how she was ridiculed once their relationship became public about her looks. That she got a lot of hate because of her looks.
Because she's not a celebrity. She's just like one of us. Like,
I'm not a professional witch. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, we're not professional witches.
She's just an average girl. She's like influencer in that spiritual practice kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So there was a lot of debate. I went into this thing. I don't know how true this is.
Okay,
that when it became public that her and Andrew were dating, she had a special course on her website, her witch website, on how to seduce and how to make someone fall in love with you. The moment her relationship became public with Andrew, that course was like deleted off of her website, but of course people had already like screenshotted it, and then people were accusing her of using her tactics that she was teaching other people to get Andrew.
Jeez, that took a turn that I did not expect for
and
it
first
to
of all, I'm like, Andrew, blink twice if you need help.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, she believes in that religion or that world and that practice, but like, did she? No, she said she did it. I mean, I'm sure it was just a natural thing.
And I really hope like this article that I'm reading is just not like
a bunch of lies and stuff.
Some Andrew Garfield.
I'm just like,
fans.
how are you a professional witch? I want to look into that career field.
Yeah, so you could find her stuff online.
I feel for her though, because you know
who got that too? Henry Cavill's girlfriend.
Yeah,
even though she's super pretty.
Why can't the man just like who he likes? I mean, do I wish it was me? Yes, but I mean, don't hate on the girl. You just gotta be like, good job, get it, congrats.
Whatever, Kate Thomas. I think he's just
I need to look into her now. I'm very curious about that course.
And finishing off our rapid headlines. Rapid is very subjective in this case. Tom Sandoval is not suing Ariana Madix. Well, despite reports last week that we actually told you about, the Bravo star was pursuing legal action against his ex-girlfriend, Ariana. Well, he said this week that the suit was filed without his full understanding and that he has since reversed the course and fired the lawyers involved. What we told you last week was that Sandoval was suing Ariana because, I don't remember the legal term, but basically blaming her of like invading privacy and distributing like basically pornographic images, because when she discovered that he had private videos of Raquel, whatever you like to call her, she did send it to herself, which would be considered distribution.
She also sent it to Raquel to be like, never speak to me again. Like, I saw what happened. Bye. I do believe that as a lawyer, you probably did suggest that, because Raquel was suing him and Ariana for the same thing. So the best course of action is to countersue against Ariana. But I mean, it makes you look like a Katie Maloney. Just before we came on here, I saw some headlines where she was on her podcast saying like she highly doubts that any lawyer like gave him that advice, that she probably just kind of did it, which I can believe both. I can believe both, because I think that he just really wanted his name to be attached to Ariana because she's having such a successful.
So if you Google her name, his name comes
like
out too.
Because then he just got rid of it, like all of a sudden. Like, why would you even bring it? You know how much effort it takes to bring on a lawsuit, like the resources, all this stuff, and it's like, come on, dude. Him and Raquel just love to use the legal system for their own whatever games.
But yeah, at least that's one less lawsuit off of Ariana. But yeah, that was the last of our headlines. But now let's get into our topics. As we mentioned in the beginning of the show, the Olympics are happening, kicking off this weekend with a big ceremony and a big party happening Thursday night.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised about it. Started seeing a lot of social media posts from Vogue magazine. They are covering this. It was the Olympic prelude hosted by LVMH, Comcast, NBC Universal, Pharrell Williams, and Anna Wintour. They're having celebrities. I mean, I feel kind of bad, but a couple of athletes.
Yeah, just a couple of athletes, mostly a lot of designers, European designers. I'm assuming it's the designer who, this is my assumption, the designer who designed maybe like the Olympic team stuff, but very few.
But that's interesting because it was more Nike, like all of like the sports brands, like Lululemon, all that. I mean, guys,
who
literally.
Who did the Team USA, the ceremony one? Was it Ralph Lauren? And
Ralph Lauren. But have you all seen Olympic Village TikToks?
Oh, yeah.
That is where the real story is.
Yes. So if you don't know, all the Olympics live in a village, but some Olympians have taken to social media like TikTok to document their love journey there and calling it the Olympic Villa, based off of Love Island.
But it's just like fun to, I don't know, I feel like I've never been so invested in the Olympics before.
Really?
I think the social media aspect of everything is very much helping that forward.
I know that Tinder was really big in the Olympic Villa for a while, to the point where they were like, there was, maybe last one, which I don't remember. The one before COVID, possibly, because the one before COVID, a lot of hookups were happening, and to the point where they had to bring in like protection available. When COVID came back, that was a big worry.
Yeah.
That because they get so many hookups, if once someone has COVID, it's going to become a super spreader.
Yeah.
So a lot of the issue was that COVID had that enforcement. I remember that perfectly because...
And now y'all get cardboard beds.
And now you get cardboard beds. So now, of course, that like love connections, because I mean, imagine like probably the most good-looking people, like...
And they're Olympians.
Yes, all in one little village. Just being there, and you're just in your Tinder and stuff like that. And
yeah, but it's just so much fun. I mean, some of the people that went to this celebrity event, Zendaya, you got Sophia Bush, Ashlyn Harris, you've got
LeBron James, you said Ashlyn.
Charlize Theron. For some reason, Jeremy Allen White, Rosalia was there as well.
Shaun White with Nina.
Yeah, very much a lot of celebrities. And literally celebrities are flocking to Paris. I know that, like, for example, if you all podcast world, Alex Cooper, she's actually going to be a correspondent there.
Yes, I'm actually really excited for that. She's actually making her debut for the Olympics on NBC Universal's Olympic coverage as a host for Watch with Alex Cooper for NBC Sports.
They're really going for Gen Z, I feel.
Yeah.
And doing all these things to get more. I mean, they're doing a great job.
Yeah,
Not gonna
talking
lie.
about it. I want to watch NBC Sports. When have I ever said that?
I actually want to watch the Olympics. Like, yeah, that's what's going to be taking over my Love Island obsession.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's probably
right. Olympics.
You should be our Olympic correspondent. Some of the celebrities that people are talking about. The only one that's kind of basically confirmed is Celine Dion.
Yes.
But other people that are just rumored to have been spotted by locals or something: Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, and Dua Lipa. There was one French magazine that they predict Taylor Swift could possibly be there just because she's in Europe. However,
I don't think so.
I
feel like it would have been, there would have been more.
It becomes
stuff
Taylor Swift and not the Olympics, if that makes sense.
I think she knows her power, and I think she knows how to use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see Celine Dion perform. I hope it's like a whole trio of pop girlies, just kind of like, you get this line, you get that line.
But it's also Paris, so we have to have some French artists in there, which I could not name one.
True. Or like all over the world, or I don't know.
Well, it's the host country.
It's been so long since I've seen an opening ceremony. I didn't watch the last one, honestly.
Okay, I watched the recaps of it. But the two big celebrities you will spot, actually, I just read it in the newscast. They're not going to have an opening ceremony where people like walk around. It used to be like they walk around.
Yeah.
It's going to be on boats down the river. And the USA flag bearers are LeBron James and Coco Gauff or Gafe. I don't really know how to pronounce, but she's a tennis player. He's LeBron James.
Have you ever heard of LeBron
I know.
James before?
I haven't.
Has he ever been a flag bearer?
I don't think so.
Why? I'm just kidding, but
I don't think. I want to say, I know Kobe Bryant did it before, R.I.P., before he passed away. And I want to, well, the thing is that every sport, like, it's not just you vote for basketball, it's the whole, every Olympian votes for who they want. So all of Team USA voted for him, like every representative of every sport.
I thought that, okay, so he's representing
USA.
And she's representing USA.
Yeah, and other Olympians from other sports voted for them. They got the most popular vote.
I would vote for LeBron, honestly.
Yeah, I would, that or... Who's a really famous? I know Katie Ledecky did it a couple years ago. Michael Phelps probably did it a couple times.
Is Michael Phelps going to be there?
No.
Right?
He might be. I think he's a broadcaster, like
okay. That makes sense.
And maybe Simone Biles probably did it. Ali Race, like the popular ones probably.
Yeah,
did
I'm
it.
actually surprised that LeBron has never been tapped. It was actually a really cute video that they posted of him being announced. Like you could tell that he was trying to like be like
LeBron.
Oh, like yeah, it's cool, but that's such a cool thing to do. You're representing your country.
Yeah, but let us know if you kind of want us to continue the Olympic coverage on here.
I mean, honestly, I don't mind. I mean, I think it's like, you know, it's what to watch this summer, I feel.
It really is. That's kind of what happens with the Olympics. Everything else like they don't want to compete with them, so there's no like new content.
Also through TikTok, I've seen that the surfers, They are like in Tahiti or Taiwan or
Tahiti. I think it's Tahiti. What is it? No. I don't know, but I saw
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They have like a mega yacht. They have their own rooms. It is gorgeous. I'm kind of feeling bad for the people.
What would you do? Would you rather be where all the party is?
True.
But you're like in a cardboard box, but that is where it's happening.
They made it seem like it's comfortable, so I mean,
well, I will say I think surfing happens in the beginning of the ceremony, and I'm pretty sure they could go hang out.
Go back.
Maybe they don't. I don't know. Olympics are kind of weird sometimes with rules.
Yeah, but we'll be watching.
We'll be watching.
Possibly. Let us know if you want us to.
Okay, enough about the Olympics. No sports. So we're talking now about Hailey Bieber. She's on the cover of W Magazine. Pregnant Hailey Bieber bears her baby bump as she admits she didn't enjoy the stress of hiding her pregnancy. It was a sit-down interview with this reporter talking about why she kept her pregnancy hidden until 6 months. She kind of dives deep into the backstory of why she wanted started Road, how she's not that close to her family, but it's not, which I was just like, what? But
she thought it was like a quick thing.
I think she said that she's just more independent.
She's like focusing on building her own family with Justin, but I mean, I feel like her dad posts very cringy things, so I'm sure she's just like, I'm good, Dad. But
I thought it was funny, not funny, but interesting that she talks about to the reporter in the beginning that since her pregnancy started, I don't know why I have to go like that when she say pregnancy. When her pregnancy started, she got a chef for her house, and she's like, oh, it's such a luxury, and I'm like, do you even know how to cook? Like, what?
Well, she has that show, Cook With Me or something.
You do not actually believe she can cook.
I think she's a pro, right?
And then the reporter brought up her ring.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
that was weird.
That got kind of weird.
Yeah, so there was a big rumor that she, well, not a rumor, but a lot of people were like, oh, she upgraded her ring to like X amount of more carats. It is different, and she said that it's just one more carat bigger than her original one. And it's elongated, so it kind of
She was like, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
I like could read like the don't ask me about that through like the lines.
But you mentioned that like some kind of tidbits like stood out to you, like
so she said that the reason why she announced her pregnancy was happenstance because she wasn't showing until 6 months, and that at that point she was like, I just kind of want to be free about it. Must be nice, Hailey Bieber, to be skinny as heck for 6 months while you're pregnant, and then be like, crazy. You know what? I guess now is the time to do it. Like,
and she wasn't even that much.
I know it really
now
isn't
she
even
is
that
a little
intense. She also mentioned, she still gets very deeply bothered by all the negative comments that are made about her relationship with Justin, which, I mean, yeah, at some point it's just kind of like, y'all get over it. They're going to be together. Like,
they have
been together. Like, they have a baby. I'm just, I'm happy that they are still going strong, her and Justin. I guess maybe they were meant to be. They're having a good time over there. They're going to have their baby. I'm sure she or he is going to be beautiful. I don't know.
I don't have much to say about them. For me, it's like the people that still are like, Jolena.
Yeah. Like, Jolene. No, yeah, I really don't even think that Selena and Justin are compatible in any way anymore.
Yeah.
I think it was just youth, but I just really thought it was interesting that she says she's not very close to her family anymore. that's so bizarre.
Imagine you literally get like emails every day about how your boyfriend should have been with like his
girlfriend from 13 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I would be like, get over yourself. I don't know. I would be annoyed all the time, honestly. So I totally understand her frustration with that. But I am happy for them. I loved how they ended the article where she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see Justin in Idaho. He's there waiting for me. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
What is he doing in Idaho?
That's where they have a house, and they were just gonna meet up. She was like, I'm still very much trying to enjoy just me and him before, the baby comes along.
As someone who saw their what did I see? Their documentary?
Yeah, they had a little documentary.
I fear that Justin might be like, where's my attention once the baby is?
So she even made it seem like in the article, she was like, it was very hard for me to be like, I'm ready to move on to this next phase because I'm still so obsessed with this person and obsessed with our relationship.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure you're going to be way more obsessed with your kid. That's what I've heard.
It's literally
That's what I've heard. He or she's going to replace your feelings for Justin.
Yeah, because now it's like the actual like thing that represents both of you.
And I would just wonder how he's going to handle being a parent. I feel like he can kind of just go through mood swings.
But he had like all those little brothers and sisters growing up.
Yeah, I think he's good with kids. It's just like when it's your kid, that's a whole nother story.
Different story. Well, our last big topic is Miss Ashlee Simpson Ross marked the 20th anniversary of her debut album, Autobiography, with a celebration at Heart WeHo on Saturday. She had a performance, and let me just tell you that 20 years ago, Brenda was 10. That would make me, how old am I? Am I 34 or 33? I don't even know. 14 or 13.
13, okay.
And yeah,
were you into Ashlee Simpson?
I was obsessed with the show. Like, I would watch the show, and then when she would go get in and out after recording, I'd be like, I'm gonna go get in and out.
After my schoolwork.
I'm gonna go in and out. I was obsessed. Like, the fact that she's like felt shadowed by Jessica Simpson, I felt that pain with her.
Yeah.
And then her parents were just like out of control a little bit.
I forget what her mom looks like. I just remember her dad.
She looks a lot like Britney Spears' mom.
Okay.
Like, a lot.
I kind of felt like it would have been similar.
Her dad was very, like, obsessed with Jessica. Like, this is my golden child.
Absolutely.
And then here she is dyeing her hair black. But
I loved Ashlee Simpson. People who knew me as a child, I bought a backpack with an A on it just because it's very embarrassing, honestly. It takes me back to, like, very embarrassing times in my life. But I remember that whole SNL thing that happened.
Were you fighting for her?
People gave me nonstop. Did you see that? She's a loser, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I had to be her #1 defender at one point, like, literally. I loved this girl to pieces of me. She has pieces of me forever.
Not Brenda, like, literally a 10-year-old. Taking on battles for Ashlee Simpson.
Yeah, I rode for it. Dude, my email.
Nope. Okay.
Ashley_rocks@hotmail.com. It's still in existence, I think. I'm not too sure.
Maybe you should.
I haven't checked it in a while.
Don't email her unless you're Ashlee Simpson, though.
I think there was a number added there. I'm not too sure, but I loved her. I got the side swipe bangs.
I did too, I think.
That's what started the trend, I feel.
Like the little, like, the
like the little shag with like the super intense bangs. I had like those black where you would like twist it and then you put it on your arm.
I would the belt.
I would do the 2 belts. Like, I was her clone. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. So this
Roll the tapes. I'm just kidding.
So this is really big for you.
It was. Yes. I actually listened to her album on Monday or something because I thought that she was gonna. So there was like hype around her 20th anniversary because I think she said she was gonna do like an extended version or whatever. And on Monday I was like, oh, let me see if she did anything. She didn't really do anything. It's there. I listened to it and I'm like, wow, I really did like her a lot. Like, these lyrics are kind of mid. I don't know. I was just like. I don't understand what my infatuate, but
I liked it.
There are hits in there. There are hits.
She did a post about her big celebration afterwards, and it's somewhere along, she ended the caption basically saying, like, I don't know, see you soon, or
something like that.
Winky face. So it makes me think that she's gonna come out with music. She has been coming out with music, but it's her and her husband do like a duet thing, like they're a duo.
Oh, cool. He's Diana Ross's son, so I'm like. Get it, girl. Get it.
He isn't that famous.
No. He came out in the Hunger Games.
But she did?
He came out in one of the last ones.
Oh, really?
He was one of those, like, people from the Capitol that they were helping them infiltrate the Capitol or something.
She married very well.
She did.
Like a legacy.
she married Pete Wentz first, and then she got into a legacy family, which good for her. Yeah, I'm excited to see her pop up again. She even did a commercial recently, and I'm like, why is Ashlee Simpson coming back up? And this made total sense.
Do you like her red hair? Or red hair?
Yeah, I think she works it. She makes it work.
She makes it work.
I also remember, guys, when she got a nose job, the whole world lost their minds. Yeah, I'm just like thinking back to that time. It was such a crazy time.
Yes, but now let's do a recap.
Yes.
We're recapping kind of two things. Love Island, right?
Yes.
But I don't know why it sounded so weird when it came out of my mouth. Love Island and then House of Dragon. Brenda, I never watched an episode of Love Island, but you do want to recap it.
I tried.
She tried.
I tried so hard. Yes, Love Island USA, my ode to Love Island USA season 6 specifically. What can I say? This show was so incredible. We discussed a couple episodes ago just how successful it was this season. Honestly, like Love Island USA has never had this much viewership. It's usually the UK version because that's the original. But this season blew up. For me personally, I got into it because of Ariana Madix. I'm a huge fan of hers. I wanted to see how she would do as a host. But it was just like a perfect storm. It was the host, it was the casting was incredible. Even I think this was the first time they had After Sun, which is kind of like a post recap. It was on the weekends, like chatting with like contestants that left, contestants that were going on. Everybody, it was just like perfect chemistry. And this cast, guys, blew up, specifically one person who's my favorite cast member, Leah. Leah, she started the show with roughly 17,000 followers. She got to 2 million yesterday, so she is blowing up. It was just announced she's doing a Call Her Daddy interview that's gonna come out Thursday night. Sorry, I can't recap that for you guys, but even other cast members like Rob, who was one of the more toxic ones, toxic males, he did an interview with Call Her Daddy. Another contestant, Kaylor, she's doing Nick Vile's podcast. Like, these people are like blowing up big time. They're actually gonna have a reunion on August 16th. So the drama is going to be pretty intense because, you know, the finale, Serena and Cordell won. Congratulations to them. They really went through so much the whole season. They went to hell and back and they won that money. Leah came in second. I was super happy with that. Then it was Janae and then Kendall and Nicole. But even Kendall had a little bit of he became a topic on Twitter out of nowhere. Honestly, guys, Kendall was the least liked males there. And I feel bad for the guy because he had a not so suitable for work video posted of him on Twitter, basically a private video that he sent to somebody close to him, and that was spread all over Twitter like wildfire, and it was taken down. Obviously, he did comment saying that he sent it to somebody, it was meant to be private, but that he is moving on from the situation. And what else? It's just literally, as soon as Kaylor and Aaron came out of the villa, Aaron, her counterpart, was doing a Facebook Live, and you overhear Kaylor talking to somebody on the phone, and they're basically saying, no one's gonna give an F about Leah in 6 months. That is caught on camera. Nick Vile does do his due diligence and asks Kaylor about it. She basically said that she was getting a lot of hate because Kaylor and Leah, they're good, but Kaylor could be a little bit much during the show. And so she was getting a lot of hate over a comment Leah made about being white woman scared. People are starting to go and flooding her Instagram, calling her white privileged. So her friend was basically like, who cares about Leah? Like, people will get over it. It's just literally so much drama even after the show came out. Like, even that guy Rob, he apparently is doing a music video with Nessa Barrett. Like, Yoselin, these people are gonna be everywhere. I'm not kidding. Like, I was literally so shocked to see the reaction. I think this was the first time Love Island USA has gotten so much traction that I think they're just trying to capitalize on it. Because I don't think they've had a reunion really.
No, or if they did, no one really cared. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I think they've already even had like 2 different hosts. Like,
they circle different hosts, but I think that they're gonna try to keep Ariana. She was a big fan of Love Island, so it just made so much sense to have her there. But even like in those little After Sun things, they've had previous contestants and they've even been like, yeah, this cast is really blown up. Like, I would be so upset if my season never blew up as much as these guys. Like, I would be a little bit peaked at that. But yeah, that's the Love Island USA recap. There's, I'm sure, going to be more to come because they just got out of the villa. So now they're going to be just like thrown brand deals left and right. People are even questioning whether Leah might do a Skims campaign. She's a big Swiftie, so I don't know, but she did comment on Kim Kardashian posted some pictures yesterday saying a new bombshell entered the villa. Oh. And then Leah responded like, oh, you're out there doing your big one, which is from the show, but who knows? Like, they could be doing a collab. I don't know. We're going to be seeing a lot of these Islanders everywhere now. So y'all be on the lookout. Mark my words.
And Brenda will keep you updated.
I got you. I got you on Love Island.
And our last recap is House of the Dragon. And I'm trying to think what happened. A lot, but not a lot. We had Rhaenyra send over a little message, a little food for everyone in King's Landing.
Oh my gosh,
that was such a power move. I'm not going to lie. We had Aemon still being Aemon. This is where he talks to Aegon for the first time, right?
Yes, because that's when the Maester kind of is like, oh, there's chance for Aegon. Like, he kind of like spoke or something today. And Aemon was like,
do you remember what happened? He's like, do you remember what happened? And he's like, no, which he obviously does because he knows his life is in danger. Which then, when Aemon tells Larys Strong that like, oh, I need my own hand, the king's hand, like my brother has one, but I need to select one that, and he's like, oh, thank you, like, you shouldn't, he's like, no, like, I'm not picking you, I need you to go look for my grandpa, I want my grandpa to be my hand, which, by the way, they don't know where their grandfather is.
Which I'm a little bit surprised by that, like, where is Otto Hightower right now?
That's dangerous. It's either he's dead or like he's like.
Oh yeah, I forgot to think about that. That thing, like he could possibly be dead.
I don't think so. I think something happens. I think Hightower. This is not a spoiler because I don't remember like reading this. I think, or I would if I was him, I would prepare the other son that's over there, Darian.
Yeah. You mentioned that there was a chance that he could...
Like, that was my prediction, that if he, like, he's sent back to Old Town.
Yeah.
And if I was him, I would start, like... Preparing the third son and do away with the other dummies that he has for grandkids. Yeah. Because Aegon is not suitable. They're going to call him, like, something. Aemon is psycho. Like, not okay.
Even, like, his mom knows, guys.
Yeah.
They're, like,
and then,
crazy.
So we had that. And then we had the villagers riot with Queen Alicent and Helena coming out of church.
I love to see it.
The moment that, like, I was going to say, the villager grabbed Alicent's hand and the soldier was like, oh, I just chopped off the guy's hand. I'm like, oh, you just started a war. But then Alicent's like, don't bring out your knives.
Yeah.
They take command and don't bring their knives or swords out. Sorry, their swords out. And then they get attacked.
Yep.
And now
she
they
gets
have to
a fish like slapped across her face.
I was watching the behind the scenes and Olivia, what's her last name? Cook. She says the person who threw that fish is a former like picketball athlete, and she's like, when I tell you my head spun, it spun. Like it's
I
so
felt
funny.
the impact of it.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt.
Like it's so funny how she herself, like when you see her behind the scenes interviews, she like hates Alicent. Even though she plays her.
Who doesn't? I completely agree.
Then we had one of the knights who we found out somehow had like his great grandma was a princess in the Targaryen world, and they're like, you need to try to be a writer for us. And poor guy.
I know.
His devotion literally was...
He did it for his country.
For his queen.
For his queen. I felt really bad for him. I was like, I know this is not going to go good. No, especially when the dragon was even like, oh, pet me.
Pet me.
I'm like, don't believe it.
Because we know who that dragon belongs to next, and we find out... It's a little weird how
it's the silver-haired guy, right?
No. So
no.
So the silver-haired guy...
the guy. Yes, yes.
So they had Sea Smoke. Sea Smoke was the one they were trying to pet. We already knew that Sea Smoke had somewhat connected with Aiden or Alan. No.
I forgot,
Alan?
but it's the
Aiden.
brother of one of
Bastard for a...
No, Corliss's bastard sons. Yeah. But did they get, I forgot, did Rhaenyra get upset when she found out that one of the, did they say a common folk was the one that was seen on the dragon?
So that's how it ends. It says that Sea Smoke was seen with a rider, and then she's like, who is it? And they're like, we don't know. She's like, are they Targaryen, like from green black or red black? And they're like, we don't know. So that's why she's like, I need to get on my dragon and find him. And that's when Jace gets all mad at her. That boy, he's so annoying.
He just loves to tell his mom what to do.
Yeah, so
like,
she flies off to find, and that's what we're going to find out in the next episode. They land on the beach, and she's like, who the heck are you? Like, who are you writing for? And we find out who it is. We do get a snippet that Jace is just upset that this common folk, we don't know his background. Yeah. This common guy now is a dragon rider, and he's like, well, what makes us special? That's what differentiated us from everyone else.
Connect the dots, kid.
Yeah.
Connect the dots.
But aside from
there was also another big moment where Rhaenyra starts kissing.
I laugh because we were all like, the
whispers.
Mysteria, I don't know.
It was the randomest thing.
So I was looking into like, I guess, is this really, because I mean, I read a lot of spoilers, and none of them ever mention that they become a couple. So I'm like, what the heck?
Left field.
It's not even in the books.
Oh,
they're writing it for the show. So according to the actress that plays the girl, not Rhaenyra, no, the other girl, she says that in the script it just says, they just shared these intimate things. They stare at each other fondly. Breathing happens, and whatever happens is then interrupted. So it was up to them to decide whatever happens, and that's what her and Emma thought would be the most natural thing to happen. I'm just kind of like, we're fighting a war here.
No one has time for this right now.
It's going to be interesting if this is going to be something that it's a moment because they were just so vulnerable with each other, or is it actually going to be a storyline?
Like, actually, guys, you all did so great. Let's make it a storyline.
I really don't know. But we did get a preview for next week. That maiden they had sent over, who started the rumors, or who sent the orders to start the rumors about how Aemon is eating rich and well. She's going to begin putting posters in King's Landing saying that Rhaenyra is looking for dragon riders. And that's how a lot of people end up going to Dragonstone to audition. And that's where the guy with the blonde hair finds his match.
Yeah, but I'm like, how are they going to get there if they're locked in there?
That's another thing. You probably have to escape.
Scale the walls. Scale the walls. Yeah, honestly, guys, this season is terrible, in my opinion.
We're 2 episodes away from the end.
Which makes me so angry. Like, you've been just, wasting my time?
So there's so much stuff left that it's at least 2 more seasons then. If this is the pace we're going...
Guys, come on. You got to give me something better for next season. Like, this was like the epitome of a filler episode in the length of a season.
Okay, if you watch Game of Thrones, you know Rhaenyra is like ending, right?
Yeah, I know that she does. No, she lives.
No, forever. If you watch, we all know what happens because it's part of the Game of Thrones.
We all know.
I don't think in this season she will die.
No, honestly, like the way the season is turning, I don't even think they're going to get close to anything this season. It's just probably like, we're angry, he killed my son. That was this whole season.
Because there's so much left. Like, there's a time where, like, she still needs to sit in the throne.
Like, I'm all about, like, taking as much as you can from the story and distributing. But this season was BS. You made us wait, I don't know how long for what? Rhaenys to die? That's all that really happened this season, I feel. Daemon is off going crazy at some home.
In my head, on top of my head.
That was like 4 episodes.
At the top of my head, I could tell you that 5 more people need to die, and we have 2 episodes left.
I don't know. This season just was really disappointing.
Yeah, 6 people need to die. 7 people need to die. And it has not happened.
I would have been fine with 3 seasons. Like, put something good in the episodes. I don't know. I'm just very disappointed with this season.
And we still need to check in with the Stark boy. Like the Starks, like what they've been up to this whole time.
Because
they're helping.
Don't they have a storyline? Like, doesn't her son have a storyline with the
maybe
guy?
I made it up. I don't know.
I don't know, man. This season,
we at least have 2 more
not
seasons to go.
It was not it. I don't know. I hate it when they extend things for too long. I would have been fine with 3 seasons. I would have been fine with 3
for the whole
seasons.
Story.
Yeah, for the whole story. If it, like, I don't. They prolong things, and they don't understand. Like, for us, it's frustrating because you're fresh in it in the moment, and then you have to wait 2 years for the next time. Like,
and it's such a complicated story. There's so many plot lines, characters, names, and so many people have the same name. Eric and Arik. Are you kidding me? Like,
but you know, like, this whole episode could have been 2 episodes.
The last episode and this one could have been 1.
Like, you all need to learn how to edit things out. Like, I don't need to know every little thing, but
we'll see next episode. I mean, next episode needs to take my breath away, and then the season finale.
I thought this episode was going to take my breath away.
I thought we were going to already connect with the dragon and the guy, and to only come to find out that we're barely going to find out next episode. Now I'm scared that the 2 last episodes are going to be too fast.
Yeah, it's just like you've been going so slow, and then it's like, okay, guys, we have to have some kind of build-up.
They could give us 2-hour episodes, though. I mean, one episode was like 1 hour 15.
I fell asleep if I'm being honest. I've been falling asleep these last 2 episodes. Like, that's why I'm like always coming in. I'm like, do I remember what happened?
Yeah, it does. But you know what? We talk a lot here, but we're still gonna watch it on Sunday.
And honestly, the next time that we're gonna be back, I think it'll be. Yeah, I forgot.
I forgot.
Okay, by the time that we're back, that you see us back here, I think it is probably going to be the finale. So we will give you, trust me, I will give you my thoughts on the finale.
Yeah. We are not going to have an episode for the next 2 weeks, I believe. I'm going on a trip.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm going out of town, out of state, traveler over here. But that just means that we're going to have more to talk to next time we post a video.
We probably won't recap the last 2 weeks, but we will.
No, just like main things.
Yeah.
Like main.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.